these guys launched, if it wasn't the first week we launched the new Grommet platform, it was probably week 2 or 3. They were very early on. I love their branding. I love their website. I love all of their products. I think it's either next week or the week after, we're launching a brand new product from them. So I'm so stoked to get the new version of this, but you wanted to have this one on today. And so I want you to talk a little bit about this one. It's the RIGWA ADVTR Bowl. Again, love everything visual that these guys do. I think is incredible. I haven't had a chance to actually physically hold the product in my hands. I hope that you got it. I love it. Tell us all about the RIGWA ADVTR Bowl. Big fan on my side. So I'd love to hear all about this one.
Well, in a nutshell, it's basically, think of your favorite double wall insulated tumbler. Maybe it's a Hydro Flask, maybe it's a Swell, whatever, Stanley, whatever you use. It's basically that for food. And I think that is so brilliant. And I was really torn because I knew as soon as I saw it, I don't know why it took me so long to find this on Grommet, but I did find it not very long. This week I found it, or Friday, I forget. But I was torn because I wanted to have it on my travel show because I think this is a brilliant travel product, which I'll get to in just a second. But then I also knew, I found out that Greg really loved it. So I wanted to have it on with Greg and I were together. But either way, we are both huge fans of this. And he's so right. From an aesthetic standpoint, it's so beautifully done. The colors, I wish we could show all the colors. I don't know, Greg, if you're able to pull that up or not, but gorgeous colors, fun colors, really bright. It just puts me in a good mood. But the quality, that's kind of the first thing. You can tell when a insulated, whether it's a tumbler, whatever it is, whether it's quality right when you put it in your hands. This one takes it to another level. This is the top quality in terms of the engineering, the fact that it is the lid itself is brilliant. I mean, it has this airtight seal that is just unparalleled. And to me, if you're going to have a bowl, you do need that airtight seal. And you're seeing some of the things that you can put in it. There's a side bowl. There's guacamole right there. When I think of traveling, for me, I am always looking for ways to eat healthy when I'm traveling, because if I don't, because I do travel so much, I just go off the deep end so fast. And not only eating healthy, but also saving money, because I mean, airport food is through the roof. But when I get on an airplane and they have those meal choices, they're just awful, or you get them at the airport and they're loaded with sodium, and then you're going up in an airplane and I just get swollen and all of that. To be able to bring a RIGWA with me and have a nice salad in it, or have an acai bowl in it, or fresh vegetables and fruits. They also, inside, I'm going to show you right now, they have these dividers that are patented and so brilliant. So they are top quality. This is actually Triton, which is sort of the best of the best in terms of sort of it feels somewhat like plastic, but it is actually Triton. So top quality. But notice that it has a divider. So theoretically, I could have fruit here and vegetables here, or I could put hummus here and my vegetables here. So I love that there are those options, and they have so many accessories to go with the bowl. But the bowl itself is that, double wall insulation. It is a good size. This fits 20 ounces, but they have some that are bigger. They have some that are shaped differently. But to me, this is, I like the bigger one for things like the park and the beach, when you have a few people, more than just you, and you want to put things like fruits or a big salad or something that everybody can share. Love that. And because I live on Balboa Island and I am down at the kind of the Bay Area a lot, I am going to use that to death. But then the fact that it's got this lid, and you'll notice there is a silicone rim around it. So when you put it on, you just press it into place and you can kind of hear the air come out. So it's tight already. And then it's got this flap that you just push down and you can hear it. And that creates that airtight seal. So there is going to be no spills, no leaks, no nothing. You can turn it upside down. You can shake it. Nothing is coming out of this. So the fact that double wall insulation is going to give you those hours of either hot or cold. So if you're trying to keep something hot, like a soup or mac and cheese or chili or whatever it is, that's going to stay hot for up to 4 hours. The other thing I love about that is kids' lunches. It's so hard to come up with food to prepare for your kids for school that they'll actually eat and it doesn't go in the trash. And I remember my kids would always say, why can't food be hot for lunch? With the RIGWA, You pack your kids' lunch in the morning, and at lunchtime, it's still going to be hot. And so that is a whole new ball game for kids' lunches. So I do love that too. Now, if you're wanting to put something cold in here, maybe it's yogurt, maybe it's, like I said, an acai bowl or a salad, or fruits and vegetables, that's going to stay cold for up to 8 hours. So if you are flying across the country or you're on a road trip, cold for up to 8 hours. Now, a couple little tips that we do with ours is when I want something to be hot, I will fill it with that piping hot water out of our little water filter, and I'll keep it in there for a few minutes, kind of prime it, if you will, and then I'll empty the water out and put the hot in, and that's going to extend those 4 hours. So if you need it a little longer, prime it with something hot inside with hot water, and then put in whatever it is that you're wanting to keep hot. I would imagine, and I haven't done it yet, but the same thing goes if you're wanting to keep something cold, put it in the freezer or fill it full of ice or something to prime it, and then that's going to extend the amount of time. So either way, the fact that they took something that is so wildly popular with everybody on the planet, pretty much, the tumblers, the double wall insulated, and they created it for food, and they did it in such a beautiful way with beautiful colors. I have to hit on one final thing, and that is, I do, as Greg said, the branding is so great. I love the name because what the name stands for. The name RIGWA, RIGWA, is a combination of their 5 children. And Jen, if you have that picture of, I think she's going to bring it up right here. What a beautiful family. And so those are the 5 kids that they were really the impetus for bringing these products to life, because it was sort of a mom hack, from what I understand, that started it. She was trying to keep queso dip hot. And so that got her wheels spinning about if they could come up with a solution for that, then they really have something. And so it was really the kids that have inspired them. And so they named it RIGWA after their 5 kids. One thing that made me think this was so meant to be for us to have it on this show was I called got to get a sample because I really want to have it on this show that we're doing. But I couldn't get it. I couldn't get a sample in time to ship to me. And so I said, well, let me see where they're located. And so I go online. And where are they located? Well, first of all, where was I when I went online? I was in Charleston, South Carolina. And I look online, track the Zach down. He's on LinkedIn. And I see he's in Charleston, South Carolina. And I thought, this is so meant to be. He drives over to my hotel, drops all these off, and we got to talking, had a great conversation. He was at the Houseware show and met James. I don't know if James is on here. James is with Grommet. So just, he's such a wonderful man. And I'm just so excited that Grommet has this brand on, and they're going to keep bringing more and more of their products because they are so well done. Really, really top quality.
Love that. The last thing that I'm going to share, you hit on like every point that I was going to cover. You hit, so you nailed it. But the one thing that I'll say is when you come over to Grommet, if you guys haven't noticed, we have a whole new buying experience here where you can actually pick the version of the product that you want to purchase. And as Marcy mentioned, so many cool colors. And so when you come over to Grommet, you come over here, you can see it defaults to the marine. But if you click this drop down, they have seafoam, coral, slate, snowbird, black, cool gray, tangerine, and pink. And when you click on each of them, you can see the snowbird is, changed to a white color. The coral changes into a coral color. It is so cool how we've been able to do that. And that way you can get the exact RIGWA bowl that you want. Also note that this is the 20-ounce bowl. We are launching the 40-ounce. It's not the Adventure. It's a different one, but we're launching a 40-ounce, I believe, in like 2 weeks. So we have another one coming, but this is the 20-ounce. As Marcy said, this one is perfect for the single size, the single servings, right? Like I can see like my son Colton loves warm lunch, hates cold sandwiches, just doesn't want make me something hot. Give me the spaghetti leftovers, give me the burrito leftover, but I need to heat it up. And I think this is going to be a perfect solution for that. Again, Marcy said it earlier, but keeps stuff cold for 4 hours, or keep stuff cold for 8, hot for 4, which is, it's just awesome. I love it. They did a great job. So let me get that QR code up one more time. That takes you right over to Grommet. You can see the page that I was just on. Pick the color that you want. Get 2, get 3, get 4 of them. I think you're going to love this.
Also, in relation to the size, Greg, you're right. It's that perfect single size serving, but I also love it for dips and things like that. So it's a great, if you're going to the beach or the park or something for, so it's a perfect size for salsa, for guac. So it's, it's very multi-use for sure.